Welcome to William Morrow Sculptures. Meet the legend and the legendary Insane Cycle. This is the creation story of the legendary Insane Cycle by William Morrow at williammorrowsculptures.com.
The first big sculpture. Well, I guess it was the Insane Cycle, which has been, but it's evolved.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Can you show me that picture of the Insane Cycle? You can hold it up.
Oh,
There we go.
yeah, this is, it's final. That's what it is today.
That's an article from B News to the Insane Cycle in July 2017. Check out the article and the Sopra Sun at the williammorrowsculptures.com website and read it thoroughly. And that's, go ahead, thank you for showing that to me.
Right.
I think that's an incredible piece of artwork. And how long did it take you to do the first generation of it, if you will? Let me take that here.
Okay.
I want to get that a little bit closer there. That is awesome. Wow.
Okay. The Insane Cycle. That particular piece of sculpture started out when I came across a fuel tank off of an old International diesel tractor.
From a discarded fuel tank to a masterpiece, the one and only Insane Cycle begins. At williammorrowsculptures.com, go bid now.
And it looked like a fuel tank off a motorcycle. And I told Elmer Blackmore, the man that run the salvage yard, I asked him, I said, save that, don't scrap that tank out. I said, I'm looking for some big wheels now so I can make a big motorcycle.
Bill finds big wheels to build the Insane Cycle. Check it out.
And maybe a year went by and I checked that, make sure the tank was still there, and then one day there was two wheels off of an old farm dump rake. I don't know if you know what a dump rake is, but it's a farm implement for raking hay. And the reason it's called a dump rake is because, and I'm sure many of you have seen them, there are a lot of hooks like this that are about this tall, and you'd go across the field with it, and when you wanted to make a windrow, you'd work a lever, because this is a horse-drawn tool. You'd work a lever, and that would catch the wheels into the drive mechanism that would pick these rakes up and dump that hay right there, and then you drop the rakes again, and you keep on going until you got to the next windrow. So your windrows were made, in short shots, one at a time. Anyway, I had the wheels, I had the fuel tank. Got to start. So I've got still photographs that show the pieces and parts as I was constructing it.
Okay, let's get started. The fuel tank and the wheels are here. It's time to level up. More parts for the incredible one and only Insane Cycle.
And I got it ready for the first year of, I believe it was the first year, Art on the Corner in Grand Junction. Might have been the second year.
William Morrow and the one and only Insane Cycle finally make it to the Art on the Corner. Check out this picture. Does he really put his pants on the same way we do, or not?
Let's clear that up. Anyway, it was there for 2 years, which was in violation of their regular rules, but they asked me to keep it for 1 more year. Said that they would put together a fund and try to raise the money to buy it. I was great, get another year's exposure and an opportunity to sell it. So it went through another period of renovation. I was at the dump one day and I found these big, about 3-inch diameter OD hydraulic hoses. Actually, it turns out I believe they were fuel transfer hoses, like a tanker truck would use to transfer fuel.
Bill is looking for more parts for the incredible one and only Insane Cycle.
And they wrapped around perfectly for wheels on that on that motorcycle. So now we had tires on the wheels. Okay. Another renovation happened after. It spent a year, several years at my place there in Rifle, and
More renovations on the Insane Cycle. Bill adds big lights and a few other things.
Then when I had to move out of Rifle, I relocated it up to Carbondale and put it through another renovation, which it was badly needed, and added some other parts to it, some more lighting, and give it a facelift. Okay.
The Insane Cycle gets a facelift on its way to Carbondale.
And it's been at the co-op in Carbondale ever since then. And now it's coming to Rifle again.
For this auction, huh?
For the auction.
How many pieces would you say that you have incorporated into the Insane Cycle? Because I've seen it and it's absolutely amazing. How many pieces of metal, different types of pieces of do you think you incorporated into that piece? 100, 200, 500?
Well, if you get down to nuts and bolts and screws, I mean.
I know, right?
A lot.
It's an amazing piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's on display right now,
Yeah.
which is May of 2024. And
It's still in Carbondale now.
which is about an hour out of Aspen.
And it's about hopefully less than a month away from being back in Rifle.
For this auction that's starting and ending in September of 2024.
Yeah.
Thank you, Carbondale Co-op, for hosting the amazing and one and only Insane Cycle, now on auction at the WilliamMorrowSculptures.com website. There are many other amazing pieces of art from this legendary artist, metal sculptor William Morrow. So place your bids or join us at the event September 15th, 2024 to see this and many other items available on auction. The auction is live now at WilliamMorrowSculptures.com, and the last day to bid is Peace Day, September 21st, 2024. So help us benefit William Morrow's grandchildren in his legacy. Thank you for all your support through the years to Carbondale and all the Roaring Fork Valley cities that have assisted William Morrow in his amazing craft throughout his lifetime. So today we are finding out more about the intricate details about the Insane Cycle. Can you tell us more about why you chose to put the turtle on and all these different things?
Well, the turtle, okay, we'll get about it. The turtle was actually part of another piece that I made, and it was the tortoise and the hare, okay? And that was at a show that I was invited to with another artist, and there's a woman there that she really wanted the hare, but she didn't want the turtle. So I sold her the hare, broke that piece apart. She wouldn't pay for both of them, so that's okay. So that's how I decided to have something for a hood ornament on the motorcycle. So I thought, oh, I'll just put him up here on the front fender. That's where he landed.
Because he's slow?
Well, that thing doesn't go very fast.
That's for sure. The Insane Cycle is an incredible piece of work from Mr. William Morrow. What about, you had mentioned the other day about the emergency brake.
Oh, well, yeah, an emergency brake on a motorcycle, that's kind of insane.
I know, right?
So it was just a thought that came across my brain. I had an old pick there, and just put a handle on it so it looked like it was, you could pull the pick into the ground and set the parking brake.
Mm-hmm. Well, I like the fact that you put the big what are they, the sluicy bars, if you will. Handlebars on there. But why did you decide to put the tools on the back of the seat?
The tools on the back of this.
There are tools on the back of the seat, a whole toolbox, or a bag of tools. I was just curious.
You got to, for a motorcycle like that, you better have some tools.
That's for sure. I saw you had two different ways to start it. You had a like a pulley.
Oh, it's got a rope start. It's got a kick start. It's got a electric start. You know, it's many ways of starting that thing.
Yeah.
And none of them work.
For sure. You know, well, they work in your heart, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And you said that earlier, that it took you years to build this, and you've remodeled, and I've already expressed that on the video. However, when did you decide to put the rider with it?
Oh, the rider came along with the third remodel. The first remodel came about after a year in Grand Junction. It was a year or 2 years maybe in Grand Junction. But anyway, when it come back, it needed some repair. A car had jumped the curb and hit it and knocked it over and broke some pieces, and then was patched and put back up. And then when I brought it home, I had to make some repairs, and I added a few pieces to it, and you know.
What would you say the most insane, quote unquote, piece to the Insane-A-Cycle is in your perspective?
The most insane thing about you got me there.
Pretty good question, huh?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I love the turtle. I love the fact that you put something slow moving on something that goes fast. I think that's pretty cool. And the tank that you have, and what's the story behind the tank, the Invico? You had mentioned something about that.
The tank?
Ivanco?
Ivanco, those flax. Those, well, I didn't know what they came off of when I put them on the motorcycle. I didn't find out where they came from until later.
Oh.
But they're actually the logo off of from weightlifting equipment.
Oh. That's pretty brilliant.
Yeah, well, it's kind of fit in there with the motorcycle, and then I don't know if anybody's ever really noticed that I haven't had many comments. About how I've got the rider attached to the motorcycle. That's actually a set of leg irons that are the real deal, made by Master Lock leg irons, and they were given to me during the third remodel as I was setting it up at the co-op. And there was a man and his wife came by, and they stopped there to fill up their truck with diesel. They had a stretch, big 1-ton Ford truck that they pulled a big camper behind it. And I've been looking for a pair of handcuffs that I could, I wanted handcuffs to handcuff I needed something to attach that rider to the bike. And I've been asking around all over trying to find some handcuffs. Never found any handcuffs. Well, I was talking to this fellow and I asked him about handcuffs. And he says, I don't have any with me, but he said, I've got some back in Texas. And it turns out he was from Texas, and he had built himself a summer retirement cabin up on 3 Mile or 4 Mile Creek, I can't remember. But anyway, he went to pay for the fuel, and his wife got out of the truck, and she come over and opened the back door and got underneath the seat, and she pulled out this pair of leg irons that were underneath the seat. And when he come back, she showed him the leg irons, and she said, "How about these?"
That's pretty cool.
And he said, "Yeah, what the heck?" He said, "I use those leg irons to lock my portable generator to the trailer hitch when I'm it's got the generator in the back of the truck, so nobody will steal my generator."
So the rider is attached with leg irons.
It's attached. He's got leg irons around his wrist, tied to the handlebar.
And was there a reason why you had any other story in reference to the rider and the leg irons?
Well, it's just, I mean, most people with their motorcycles are pretty handcuffed to their motorcycle, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know many people that are bikers that don't, you know, not very attached to their motorcycle.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
So,
well, and you've been attached to this one for almost 40 years.
yeah.
Yep. And now it's time to let the right person who's going to honor and respect your work take care of it for the future.
Yeah.
So the Insane Cycle by William Morrow, the one and only Insane Cycle, is now on auction at the WilliamMorrowSculptures.com website. Go bid now and be a part of history and the legacy of William Morrow.
Okay, this is a label that's yet to go on to the Insane Cycle, and it's just there to resemble, you know, the motorcycle.
And it says "Me Recycle, Harvested Dead." So, why did you choose that sort of insignia? If you
Well, harvested dead is because everything I used to create this piece was something it was already dead. Somebody threw it away. I pulled it out and said, "No, I can use it on this Insane Cycle."
Excellent. So hopefully that Me Recycle is really important to those who are interested in winning the Insane Cycle, now on auction at WilliamMorrowSculptures.com. This is William Morrow. He is the inventor of the one and only Insane Cycle. Thank you for all your creativity and ingenuity in this incredible, amazing piece. The Insane Cycle lives on.
Come see the amazing Insane Cycle at the Artist Reception, September 15th, 2024, from 2:30 to 4:30 p.m. at the Rifle Library. And then we'll take you to the second location to see the remaining architectural pieces now available for auction at WilliamMorrowSculptures.com. This amazing artist is showcasing all his legendary work to benefit his grandchildren for the William Morrow legacy. Thank you for your support, and we'll see you there. For some reason you just can't make this wonderful event, please go bid now at the WilliamMorrowSculptures.com website. It is a silent auction and it's ongoing until September 21st, 2024, Peace Day, until 6 p.m. All items are on auction. There's over 50 pages and many items available, many price ranges. So check it out, and thank you for your support for the William Morrow legacy.